NATO's internal cohesion under strain as Trump's Iran push tests alliance unity. NATO is once again facing questions about its internal cohesion as tensions surrounding the United States' approach to Iran expose deep divisions within the alliance. While the bloc has historically prided itself on collective security and political unity, recent developments suggest that consensus is becoming harder to maintain in an increasingly volatile geopolitical landscape. At the center of the strain is Donald Trump and his administration's aggressive stance toward Iran. As Washington presses for stronger international backing, ranging from military cooperation to diplomatic alignment, several NATO members have shown reluctance to follow the U.S. lead. Key European allies, including major powers such as the United Kingdom and France, have declined to participate in U.S.-led actions like naval blockades and offensive operations, emphasizing instead the need for de-escalation and multilateral diplomacy. This divergence is not merely tactical, it reflects deeper differences in strategic priorities. For many European governments, the Iran conflict is seen as a regional crisis requiring cautious engagement, whereas the U.S. has framed it as a broader security challenge demanding decisive action. The result has been a visible crack in NATO's traditionally unified front. The situation has been further complicated by Trump's rhetoric toward the alliance itself. He has publicly criticized NATO members for failing to provide sufficient support, at times describing the bloc as ineffective without U.S. leadership. Such statements have fueled concerns among allies about Washington's long-term commitment to the alliance and raised fears of a more transactional approach to collective defense. Recent reporting highlights how these tensions are playing out in real time. NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte has acknowledged the strain, noting that Trump has been clearly disappointed by allies' refusal to join U.S. operations against Iran. Meanwhile, Trump has gone as far as declining NATO assistance in strategic areas like the Strait of Hormuz, signaling a preference for unilateral action. The fallout is not limited to political messaging. The ongoing conflict has begun to affect practical cooperation, with U.S. military resources stretched by operations in the Middle East, leading to delays in arms deliveries to European allies. This has intensified concerns about reliability and burden sharing, issues that have long been sensitive within NATO. At a deeper level, analysts argue that the Iran crisis is acting as a stress test for Western alliances, exposing underlying disagreements about leadership, trust, and the purpose of collective security in the 21st century. Trump's approach, often described as prioritizing national interest over alliance cohesion, has amplified these tensions, forcing allies to reconsider how closely they align with U.S. policy. In pushing for stronger support on Iran, the United States may be pursuing immediate strategic goals, but the longer-term consequences could prove more complex. By pressuring allies who are unwilling to follow Washington's lead, the U.S. risks eroding the very influence that has historically underpinned NATO's effectiveness. For now, the alliance remains intact, bound by shared interests and institutional ties. Yet the current moment underscores a recurring reality. NATO's strength depends not just on military capability, but on political unity, and that unity is once again being tested.